Elegance is not chaotic. It is peaceful, it is quiet, it doesn't need to scream to get attention. Yun ang description ko sa mga babae na elegant, okay? That you don't really need to try so hard to get noticed. Just your presence alone is enough, okay? And also, it's very important to stay organized if you want to be an elegant woman. So kaya ako, I'm so busy doing the decluttering. I'm fixing my room, fixing my space. I make sure na kailangan nakaayos yung mga makeup kit ko, yung mga supplements, kailangan yung mga dapat itapon-itapon na. Okay, kasi kailangan yung hindi lang yung panlabas na anyo mo ang maganda. Kailangan pati yung kapaligiran mo. Okay. So, yun ang pina-practice ko ngayon consistently. Kasi nga yung natutunan ko is elegance is not chaotic, it is organized. People don't discuss the pressures that come with being a content creator. Okay. They only show this is the bright side, this is the nice side of being a content creator. Ito yung maganda sa pagiging content creator. Okay. But then the pressure is heavy. Okay. It's heavy, talagang nararamdaman ko siya. Okay. Habang tumatagal nararamdaman ko siya. And habang tumatagal is kagaya ng ibang content creator is nauubusan ako ng ideas. Yung ideas, for example, yung ideas na yung sa content, ganyan, tapos yung tinatamad na akong talagang even just to show up. Okay. Imagine giving 2 years. Tapos syempre, ang dami ng topics na discussed. Tapos sabi ko sa sarili ko, TikTok is not the same as before, na it helps creators gets more views or gets pushed. Ngayon nga kailangan ko munang magbayad ng views sa live and then sa content para ma-push yung content mo to more viewers. So, sabi ko, until when is this sustainable for me? Because I cannot run on an empty tank kasi. Kasi I'm working for 2 companies now and I'm working from 4 p.m. until 12 midnight. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, yung kakarampot na oras from my rest, I'm giving it to content creation. I wanted to discuss things like this so that the followers understand. Okay. Pero sabi ko nga, napagod ako sa people pleasing. Ang hirap ng people pleasing. And it's not my personality talaga. Ako pa naman pag ayaw ko. Kaya lang, yun nga, dahil sa algorithm, napilitan tayong mag-content today. Akala ko, nung una, ako lang yung nakaka-experience nung ganito, yung nadre-drain na. Pero nung nakita ko kahit yung mga affiliates na medyo sikat na, mas maraming followers, mas maraming din sila, nauubusan na din sila ng ideas. Ikaw ba naman araw-araw ka mag-content? Tapos ilang videos pa. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, hanggang kailan ko kaya kakayanin na Kasi sabi ko parang may pagod na hindi bayad, na hindi na maibalik. Okay, kaya nung nakita ko pa na ang daming nababan dito, mas lalo akong tinamad. So sabi ko, yung pa isa-isang video, parang sabi ko kailangan ko pa itawid yung pa isa-isang video. Kaya yun, gusto ko siyang i-share kasi dito sa TikTok, puro magaganda lang kasi yung sinishare ng mga tao dito. Ayaw nilang i-share yung mga kagaya nito, yung tinatamad, yung nade-drain. Okay, kasi gusto nilang ipakita yung side ng content creation na this is the dream life, this is the life, you don't need to go to the office. Pero honestly, it's not sustainable talaga. Yun yung na-realize ko. Habang tumatagal, nakikita ko yung instability ng social media as a career. Okay? So, nag-map out na ako ng 2 exit plan ko. Okay? Meaning, meron na akong 2 exit plan. First is, of course, my ESL work. And yung isa is tinatrabaho ko pa lang. Okay? Pero, yun nga yung ko is, kailangan may exit plan kasi hindi tayo sigurado dito pagising natin wala na tayong account. Kaya kung napapansin nyo, hindi na rin ako masyadong pala-post. Tinitiis ko na lang kasi may mga brands pa ako na pinopromote dito sa TikTok. Pero hindi ako nag-over-invest sa dito, okay? Kasi like any negosyante is ayaw kong malugi. Kasi 2 years ko rin naman pinagkakaroon. Kumbaga, wala namang gustong malugi, di ba? And then, isa sa natutunan ko is to always put myself first before content creation. Because I used to always put content creation first before myself. And hindi siya healthy, you know? The demands of the is very high, the audience. Syempre ang gusto ng audience is gusto ko may araw-araw akong natututunan kay Florian or ano yung makukuha ko kay Florian? Ano yung makukuha ko kay Florian? Ano yung makukuha ko kay Florian? Ganun ang thinking ng audience. Ang mindset ng audience is get. Okay. Pero kung pagod yung content creator tapos may iba siyang ginagawa, intindihin niyo na hindi lang pagbibigay ng content. Kumbaga hindi mo alila ang isang content creator. Hindi mo siya katulong, okay? Hindi mo siya yun nga. Kaya sabi ng isang follower ko, na gusto din sana mag-content creation. Kaya lang na-realize nga niya, nakita niya na very demanding kasi ang audience. Okay? Very demanding especially sa time. Okay? To the point na yung compensation, hindi siya commensurate dun sa demands. Meaning, yung makukuha mong pera is hindi sapat. Okay? Kasi pag nag-opisina ka, lalo sa corporate, no? Pag nag-overtime ka, may bayad ka. Dito sa content creation, wala kang bayad. Sa glow up kasi kahit naabot mo na yung glow up mo, kailangan hindi ka makampante. Okay, yung wag kang makontento na, "Ay, okay na ako kasi naabot ko na yung ganito, yung ganyan." Okay, kailangan meron kang next na goal, meron kang next na gagawin, okay? So, for me, marami akong inaayos, so sobrang busy talaga. Kaya, sabi ko sa sarili ko, ito ano, ito ayusin ko 'to, ganyan, aayusin ko 'yan, ayusin ko 'to. Ganito yung kailangan kong pera, ganito yung kailangan kong ipunin. Kasi at the end of the day talaga is, um you need to fix a lot of aspects in your life in order for you to really, really grow. Okay, so yung financial, yung emotional, yung mental, and kailangan sa mga aspects na yun, talagang nile-level up mo siya palagi. Ang dami kong opportunities na nakuha sa social media na hindi ko nakuha sa work ko as a teacher. Okay? So, may mga nami-meet akong CEOs online, kahit papaano nagiging friend ko sila, kahit sa Blue App, napapadalhan ako ng products, ng PR package. Okay? Yung mga yon, hindi ko nakukuha yung opportunities na yon sa work ko as a teacher, as an ESL teacher. Pero may mga cons din kasi ang content creation. Parang hindi permanent ito, and mas na-reinforce yung belief ko na yun nung na-ban yung account kahapon. So kahapon nag-panic kami sa group chat kasi na-ban yung account namin. Okay, thank you na lang sa CEO ng BMRS. So thank you so much, ma'am. Mami, okay. Nagbabakasyon pa si Mami, yung CEO ng BMRS, pero inaasikaso niya kami sa group chat kahit na nasa Korea sila ng team. Kasi nga yung mga account namin bigla na lang nawala. Okay. So, mas lalo akong mas na-reinforce yung takot ko na hindi permanent ito. So, kailangan ko talagang mag-work, kailangan ko talagang magkaroon ng mga backup plan, backup career. Okay. Pero nagpapasalamat ako sa opportunities na nabibigay din ng ano, may naitutulong ako sa community. So, may mga content na nakakatulong sa community. In return, meron din naman ako nakukuha kahit papaano. Pero yun yung ano ko na, paano kung nawala yung account ko? No? 2 years ko rin pinag-ano. Although, hindi naman super dami yung followers. Nasa 18,000 pa lang tayo, no? Pero sabi ko sa sarili ko is, 2 years ko din pinaghirapan. Pero if mawala man yung account is, nandun na kasi yung skills. Okay, so alam ko na mag-grow ng account, alam ko na gumawa ng content. So nasa akin na lang kung gusto ko mag-start ulit just in case mawala. Yun yung mga kinakatakot ng mga content creators nga. Kasi kahapon, panic mode talaga kami lahat sa group chat kasi hindi talaga joke mawalan ng account. Lalo na hindi lang naman ilang buwan mo pinaghirapan, kundi ilang taon mo din pinaghirapan. See? So yun, tama yung decision ko to have an exit plan. Kaya sa mga nagplaplano na maging content creator, especially sa mga followers ko na gusto maging content creator, pag naghahanap kayo ng stable source of income, wag muna. Okay? Gawin nyo na lang part-time para hindi kayo ma-pressure, para make sure na meron kayong sahod ng 15 to 30th. Kasi hindi naman lahat parang si Janela in Japan na viral ka agad or yung mga contents or ano. Kumbaga hindi lahat is talagang nare-reach yung mga ganung level ng success sa social media. So, kanya-kanyang diskarte kasi dito. There is no such thing as free lunch, okay? Especially for glow up, okay? Dito kasi sa Philippines, ang napansin ko is merong freebie mentality. Okay? If you have the freebie mentality, then it's very difficult for you to grow. Okay? It's very difficult for you to develop yourself, your skills, your looks, okay? If you're expecting someone to hand you the magic answer, the magic power, the magic tips, then it's not gonna happen. Kasi sa mundong ito, especially now, nothing is really free. Bigyan ko kayo ng example ng isang hindi pa libre. Maraming gustong mag-anong ng life coaching. Okay? Do you know how much it cost for an hour call? For example, for the top coaches, life coaches in the country. Okay? It costs as high as 10,000 pesos per call. That's per call. Okay? Per call. Okay? For a psychiatrist to talk to you, okay, you need to pay 3,500. And if you don't have that money, if you don't have the resources, you wouldn't have really access to these kinds of people na professionals in their field. So, as much as I want to downplay it, there's no such thing as free lunch, especially in a world where you want really real knowledge. No one will save you but you. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is the truth. Your family will not save you from your situation. Your friends will not save you. The only person who will move so that you can fulfill your dreams, so that you can fulfill your glow up, is going to be you and you alone. Okay. If you're looking for a support system and you're still looking on the same place, then you have to change. Okay. Sa glow up kasi ng buhay, it is holistic and it entails financial, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical. Okay? Hindi pwedeng yung physical self mo ang nag-i-improve lang. Lahat dapat, pati yung bank account mo. So, if you want to level up your game, you have to take responsibility of your life and you have to accept that nobody's going to be there to pick you up. Your support system can only do so much, okay? But the real work is going to be on you. Okay? This is the reality of life. Na especially pag lugmok na lugmok ka na, wala ka talagang aasahan kundi sarili mo lang. Kung gusto mo mag-glow up talaga, kailangan mataas ang risk appetite mo. What do I mean? Pag mag-glow up ka, gagastos ka. Okay? Pag ikaw yung tipo ng tao na medyo mahigpit ka talaga sa pera tapos sigurista ka, mahirapan ka sa glow up mo. Kasi trial and error talaga ang glow up. Trial and error ang pag-take ng supplements. Trial and error ang pag-take ng mga skincare. Okay? So darating ka talaga sa punto na, ay, okay. Kailangan kong gumastos na hindi naman waldas, pero kailangan mong mag-take ng risk when it comes to products. Hindi mo kasi malalaman kung hindi mo susubukan. Okay? Parang sa relationships din ang glow up pag bumibili ka ng products. Paano mo malalaman kung swak kayo kapag hindi mo bibigyan ng chance ang isang tao na i-prove nila ang sarili nila sa'yo? Okay? Ganon din ang mga produkto. Okay? Walang mangyayari kung hindi mo bibigyan ng chance yung product. Okay? So, minsan magfe-fail ka, minsan masasayangan ka sa pera mo na, ay, sayang yung pera ko, hindi pala siya maganda, hindi pala siya okay. Hindi mo naman malalaman kung maganda o hindi pag hindi mo susubukan. Doon kasi nagkakatalo yung mga tao na masyado sila sa comfort zone nila or um, masyado sila sa yung nasa safe zone sila palagi. Social media is just part of my life. It is not my life. So I've been very busy the past couple of days and weeks rebuilding my life outside of social media. Kasi hindi ko alam kung hanggang kailan ang content creation journey ko or affiliate journey ko. Sabi nga nung isang sikat na affiliate is, she did not leave her job as a VA kahit malaki yung kinikita niya because she always has a backup plan. And it's the same for me. It's the same in my case. Okay. It's because even before I joined social media, I already have my identity. Okay. I am a registered nurse. I'm a teacher. I work in the BPO industry for a long time. I'm into sports and traveling. So, buong-buo na yung identity ko before content creation. However, when I was doing my content creation journey, unti-unti siyang nawawala. Kasi parang, eto na lang yung focus ko. Yung focus ko na lang mag-post. Okay. Na para bang curated na lahat. Okay. And even when it comes to relationships, I'm also trying to build relationships outside of social media. Because the Florian that people see on social media is not the Florian in person. Okay. Although, malapit, pero magkaiba. Magkaiba ng ugali, magkaiba ng priorities. Kaya yung payo ko sa mga kapwa ko content creator is, huwag nyong ubusin ang buhay niyo online. Hinanap-hanap talaga ng katawan ko yung buhay ko offline. Nung namumundok ako, nung nagha-hiking ako, tapos wala akong pakialam. Kasi wala akong pakialam sa itsura ko, wala akong pakialam sa ipo-post ko. Ang pakialam ko lang is ini-enjoy ko yung buhay, okay. Kaya ibang-iba talaga ang offline sa online. Kaya nung na-burnout ako dito, nasabi ko, ala, parang ito na lang yung ginagawa ko, nagpo-post araw-araw. Parang nakakaumay. Parang kailangan mag-post ka para magustuhan ka ng tao, magustuhan nila yung content mo. And sabi ko sa sarili ko, I like to build real relationships kasi. Relationships that last for a lifetime. Although I'm very grateful to content creation for the opportunities that it brings. Mapa brand deals man yan, PR packages, free samples, exposure. Yung glow up ko hindi ko magagawa without my exposure to social media. Yung selling skills ko hindi ko mahuhone without social media. Pero yung na-realize ko is dumadating sa point na, ay, parang ayoko mag-post. Parang hindi ako nabubuhay para sa TikTok. Because at the end of the day, I don't really own the audience. TikTok owns the audience. Kahit na umabot ka dito ng 10 million followers or even 20 million followers or even 100 million followers. At the end of the day, followers can unfollow you, can disengage, can be disappointed in you. But for me, I wanted to build a real family outside of social media. Yung talagang tao na nakikita mo sa harap mo na, ito, pwede kong maging pamilya ito. Ganon. Very competitive ang job market ngayon kahit sa mga mabababang offer. So, sinasabi ko na sa inyo is invest in your skills and invest in yourself. Okay. Meron pa ngayong mga naghahanap ng pleasing personality tapos gusto ko minimum ang sahod. Okay. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, kung mga requirements kayo, pang 6 digits ang requirements nyo Pero yung pasahod nyo, wala pa. Hindi pa makakabuhay ng single, okay? Kung pag may pamilya ka, naku, kulang na ang 20,000 or 30,000 ngayon. Kaya sinasabi ko sa inyo, doble sikap when it comes to investing in yourself and investing in your skills. So, kailangan mong magdoble sipag, kailangan mong magpursige kasi bago ka pa maging successful, ang dami-dami mong failures and rejections na pagdadaanan. So, kailangan mapursige ka talaga na tao. So, yun ang natutunan ko sa journey ko lately na hindi lahat is ibibigay ng instant and kailangan mo talagang magpursige para maabot mo yung pangarap mo. Kasi sometimes it takes 2 years, 3 years, even 5 years to get there. When you learn to love yourself, you learn how to value your resources. And that is what will speed up your glow up. Like for me, now, my money, my time, and my knowledge and skills, these are resources that I only utilize when needed. Kumbaga, hindi ko siya pwedeng ubusin para sa ibang tao because it's something that I work hard for. Okay? Kaya nga meron yung friend ko, sabi niya sa akin, pag magta-travel ka with other people, you have to make sure to travel with thy equal or thy better. Meaning, travel or be with people who are the same as you or better than you. Okay? Because kung yung kaibigan mo or kung yung mga taong sa paligid mo is pareho kayong nasa mababang level, kumbaga pareho kayong walang pera, pareho kayong walang beauty, pareho kayong walang skills, wala ka nang mapupuntahan. It's just the same level. Okay? Kaya nga yung mga nasa taas is they usually make friends with people who are also on top of their game. Because what will happen is their resources will be used up by people na nandito. Okay? Kaya nga dito sa Philippines is maraming middle class ang nagrereklamo kasi yung mga middle class is trabaho ng trabaho, tapos yung mga kuha lang ng kuha ng ayuda without even working, okay? Or trying to work at all. So that's what's happening even with the Philippines. It's the same thing with self-love and a glow up. You would like to invest in yourself more, and once you invest in yourself more, you wouldn't like to downgrade when it comes to your relationships or people that surround you. Because at the end of the day, your resources are valuable. If your resources are valuable, you wouldn't like to use them up for people who are not.